Practice is over, and we're just waiting to get started here. It looks like there's an issue down on the high end on 27 and 28, maybe. I'm not sure what the problem is. Maybe they're checking the foul lights. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're checking foul lights is what they're doing down there right now, making sure that they are operational before we hear the whistle to get started. I think the whistle's coming here. There's the whistle, and we are ready to go. So first game, South Africa, Belarus, Germany, and Singapore featured pairs. As we get started with our opening game, men's round of 24 here at the QubicaAMF World Cup. I'm Lucas Wiseman of Bowl TV. Thank you very much for joining us. Got 8 games today. The bowlers have already bowled 24 games in qualifying, and now they'll bowl 8 more today, taking the total to 32. And after 32 games, we will cut to the top 8 for round-robin match play. Round-robin match play will be tomorrow. And tomorrow, 8 more games, bringing the total to 40, plus bonus pins, 30 pins a game for a win. And then our top 3 make the stepladder finals. Guy Kaminsky, South Africa, with a strike. We've got our results scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You'll see the average and the games aren't updated yet. That'll be updated after the first game concludes. I expect that we will see at least one 300 game, maybe more. Bold prediction, but I think that is likely. We did have one on the women's side this morning, bringing the total, I believe, to 14. There's by Finland. Guy Kaminsky sending it way out to the gutter, and the Sends the messenger across in front of the 10-pin. So again, got to be in the top 8 after this round to advance in the tournament. Our leader from Sweden will be on for game 6. Team USA's John Stravinsky will be on for game 2. I would say buckle your seatbelts because I have a feeling that this squad is going to get a little crazy. I think we're going to see some high scores. I think we're going to see a lot of guys with a chance at 300 games. It's just kind of based on what we've seen all week. That's my gut feeling. I got at least 7 guys who've got 3 or 4 strikes in a row to start this game. So if you like to watch strikes being thrown, I think you're in the right place. John Stravinsky has the front 4. Alex de Vries from the Netherlands has the front 4. Or Avram from Israel, front 4. Mats Maggie, Belgium, front 4. William Cheng, Venezuela, has the front 4. Laoso from Philippines has the front 4. So you get the idea. If you want to see the lane assignments to see when your favorite bowler is going to be on the lanes, featured lanes, go to QubicaAMF.com, the official website of the tournament, and click on lane assignments on the World Cup page, and you can see the lane assignments for this squad. And our featured pairs are 15 and 16 and 17 and 18. So you should be able to tell pretty easy whether or not your favorite bowler is going to make it onto the featured pairs. I think our ticker, I just realized, out of order. But it'll get straightened out after this game ends. Or Avram Israel has the front 6. John Serminski front 5. Looks like those two might be the only two left with a string of strikes to start game 1. You're going to hear a lot of cheering for the Russian player. Guy Kaminsky is still fuming a bit over that gutter ball he threw. He's going to have a chance at redemption here on this shot. Never good to throw a gutter on a double, though. You step up and, well, he did get the spare, so that's good. Or Abram is bowling now. John Serminski left the 2-pin, so his string of strikes comes to an end. Or Abram front 7. He's going to be up on the far left side of your screen. You might catch a glimpse of him. He's on lane 14 this game. On the approach right now on lane 14. You can see him there. And there's another one. He's already bowled 2 300s this week, and now he's got the front 8. Do me a favor, folks. Get on Facebook and Twitter and spread the word about the live streaming. Post the link to our coverage of Bowl TV. Try to let as many people know about the live streaming as possible here, so please spread the word and post the link on Facebook and Twitter. John wants to know if we have any 300s yet today, and yes, we did have one this morning by the Finn, the Finnish woman. And that brought our total to 14. 3 on the women's side and 11 on the men's side. Easily breaks the old record of 8 300s set in Singapore in 2004 at the tournament, World Cup tournament there. Abram is up, and he just got another one, front 9 for the Israeli. He's looking to make an early push here in this round of 24. Orr's going to be up on lane 14. So we will take a look at his final shot if he can get a couple more in the 10th. We'll be able to see it off to the left here. Abram up. You'll see him on the left side. There he is, front 9. There's another one, 10 in a row. Making a bid for his third 300 of the tournament. Israeli up again right now, working on the front 10. You'll see him come into the picture on the left side of your screen here. There's another one. So we've got the front 11 as Abram has got a shot at his third 300 game of the tournament. So that means we've got to adjust the camera over, which means I got to get up on the step stool here. Look at Abram now. Israel's Abram going for his third 300 game of this year's World Cup. He's got the front 11 and he's going to step back and try it again. Didn't feel right. Best thing you can do when that happens is to step back, reset, try it again. All right, let's try this again. Abram of Israel has bowled 2 300 games already this week. He's trying to make it a third right here, front 11, round of 24. And it does not go, and it's a 299. He goes high, leaves the 6-pin standing, and it's a 299 to start the block for Abram of Israel. He's still smiling. He's already had a couple, so. Bring it back out to our featured pairs again here. Thought we were going to have one there, but 299 is what it ends up being. I'm sure he would like to have that last shot back, though. He pulled it a little bit and went high and left the 6-pin. But high games all over the place. John Cervinski at 278. Mats Maggie at 279. So we got big scores all over the place here in this first game. There's the whistle, and everybody's moving into their next pairs now. We're going to have the Ukraine, Mexico, the United States. And still waiting for the scoreboard to pop up to see who our next bowler is on that pair. I'm not sure who's coming in on 15 and 16 just yet. Might be the Ukraine. No, Ukraine's on 17. Looks like Qatar. Yeah, Qatar's coming in. So Qatar, USA, Ukraine, and Mexico for game number 2. Abram with that 299 has moved up to third. And I'm going to ask him to fix our scroller on the bottom. It only says 1 game. John Cervinski, our first look at him today, is a strike. Special guest time. We got Danielle McEwan. Hi, Danielle.
Hi everyone.
Danielle McEwan's hanging out watching John bowl, and sorry I don't have a chair for you.
That's okay.
They don't give me more than one chair.
No problem.
So things went pretty well for you this morning. You still in third place and kind of narrowed the gap a little bit the last game when you shot 279, but how do you feel going into the round of 8 tomorrow?
I feel pretty good. Not necessarily with the score-wise, because I know anything can happen, and I'm not in a comfortable position. I feel like, especially with the bonus pins and the way the scoring pace has been, I can't slack off. I'm still completely on my toes, but I'm trying to look ahead at Ami and Carolyn and just try to keep chasing them and moving forward with that. I'm a lot more comfortable with the look I had today, and the little changes I made helped me carry a lot better.
Yeah, has that really been the key this week, is just try to find the right ball that's going to carry, or the
absolutely.
right look that's going to carry?
Absolutely. I mean, we can pretty much find the pocket with anything. It's a matter of what's going to make the pins fall down the most right now.
And what's the experience been like for you so far this week in Russia? Not many people can say they've been to Siberia, right? The weather's taken a turn for the worse, I think, today.
I like the snow. I'm excited to go out in it later, but it's been different. It's been interesting. I wish we were able to go out and see more. It doesn't really seem like there's too much around here other than walking to the couple malls and shopping centers, freezing our butts off, but it's cool. It's cool to be somewhere different and just a different atmosphere with different people and see how they live over here.
Team USA's Danielle McEwan is joining us here, and if you guys have any questions for her, feel free to post those in the chat. And looking at the standings for the women, Carolyn LaGrange is still the leader after today, and you're about 230 pins behind her, which is a lot, but we've got bonus pins tomorrow, so 8 games, bonus pins, just don't know, right? Kind of just make a run at it. And the important thing is just to stay in the top 3 after tomorrow,
yeah,
right? Is
absolutely.
that kind of the goal? And not that far behind Aomi, only 120, which really isn't that much.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a good position. Like, the people ahead of me aren't completely out of reach to the point where I have to play defense and watch the people behind me. I could still chase them and still push myself to do high scores.
Well, John's off to a pretty good start today at a 279 or 278 and a double to start this game.
Looks good so far.
Yeah, I think that probably the same kind of thing you've been dealing with all week is just finding the right way to get all 10 pins down each time.
Yeah, definitely. We've definitely kind of had the same issues day in and day out, which is actually good because we've been able to communicate with each other with what we're seeing, and it's not like one of us is going off and the other one's struggling and clueless. We're both seeing pretty much the same thing, so we're able to work together and try to come up with good solutions.
And you guys both throw the same equipment. In fact, you blew out
literally the same ball,
balls, right?
Yeah, I threw the Disturbed all day today, with the exception of a couple of fill balls. That's what he threw all day last night, so he's starting with today. Probably will stick with most of today.
A question in the chat: what's been your go-to ball for this event so far?
The Disturbed.
The Disturbed.
Yeah, I've started with that. Well, I started earlier this week with the IQ Pearl, the gold ball. And I always end up going to the Disturbed anyway, so I've kind of been starting with it the last couple of days from the game 1, and today I was able to stick with it the whole day. Usually I have to get out of it towards the last game or two, but...
let's see, another question for you. John wants to know the furthest you've ever bowled away from the USA. This might be it.
Yeah, either this or Thailand. I'm not really sure which one.
Yeah, I think they're probably about the same.
Further, but yeah, they're right above each other, so...
Yeah.
I've gone around both ways now. When we flew to Thailand, we went
through Tokyo or Hong Kong or something.
We went through Japan and over, and then this way we went over Europe. So.
And Royal wants to know who your role model growing up was, professional bowling wise.
That's a really hard question because I didn't bowl really when I was younger. I wasn't like the kid that watched bowling on TV every Sunday and had somebody I looked up to. I kind of got into the game really late, so. I just have, all the girls that are on Team USA, I've just kind of watched them for example and see what they do. And, of course, I look up to them, but I've always wanted to be with them and be their teammate and learn from them next to them. So.
Danielle McEwan is our guest. When did you start bowling? Like, seriously.
Seriously, my junior year into senior year in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've come a long way since then.
Yeah, I never bowled on a sports shot, anything until after my senior year. That was my first junior goal, the first time I did Team Masters. It was all that summer going into college.
Wow. Yeah, then you went right into college and became a star at Fairleigh Dickinson, and now your college days are behind you, but...
Yes, I'm old now.
You're not that old, trust me. Well, I predicted before we started the squad that we were going to have at least one 300 and probably multiple 300s. And we almost had one the first game, and now I'm looking and I'm seeing a bunch of guys who are
there's
throwing
a chance
strikes.
for a bunch more.
Yeah, it's just, I have a feeling I'm going to have to be on my toes for this squad because there's a lot. I've gotten video of every single one so far, and I just have a feeling we might have some happening at the same time on this squad.
We'll have to split up jobs. I'll try to get a couple for you.
Take your phone and try to get one for me. Corey wants to know if you have any advice for a college bowler.
Definitely practice on harder shots as much as you can, because that's really the whole thing with college bowling is that, the shots aren't necessarily as hard as what you would see in Team USA events or on the PBA tour, but they're still tricky, and you need to learn how to adjust and work off your teammates, and those practices are really where you learn that all.
John wants to know your highest 3-game series. 8 something probably, I would guess, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Don't keep track, huh?
No, I don't. I don't at all. That's usually like whenever I have to fill out the resumes or anything, I send it over to my mom because she knows what all the numbers and stuff. I just bowl.
Well, here's John Stravinsky and another one. John's looking pretty good so far today. Good. And John needed a big day, actually. He's just kind of floating right around that.
It's really interesting when you look at the standings, because when you look at the girls, we have the top 3 that are hundreds of pins away from each other, and then you look at the guys, and the whole top 10 for the most part is within hundreds of pins of each other. So different.
You're going to hear a lot of cheering, by the way, on the squad because the Russian guy is bowling well this game. And anytime he starts bowling well, there's whistles and cheers and all kinds of stuff.
It's been pretty quiet. I remember when we bowled the World Youth Championship in Thailand, there was foghorns out and bells and drums and everything going.
Yeah, the concourse is a little small here, which kind of prevents there from being too many people, but it's they're starting to get a little rowdy, and they'll get rowdier if the Russian guy continues to bowl well. Let's see, we've got Kurt Thrus of Estonia with the front 6, and or Avram again with the front 6. UAE front 5, John Stravinsky front 5. Ukraine front 5.
There's another one down
Slovenia
there.
front 6.
There's another one then.
Yep.
So.
Looks like Alex de Vries front 8 in the Netherlands. So that's pretty crazy. We may have a couple of 300s this game, the rate we're going. It's not that easy to bowl 300 though this week. I mean, it seems like it because we've had 14 of them, but it's not as easy as you would think it would be.
No, I haven't had one yet. I can't say that it's easy, but it's definitely easy to do a higher score. But again, you have to carry all those shots. It's not just about getting it to the pocket. It's about getting it to go through the pins the right way every time.
Yeah, 279s aren't as hard to come by this week. But
no, we're seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot more of them, especially on the girls' side. But these guys are just popping 300s out like they're nothing. So.
Yeah, and Alex de Vries front 9 now. That pair's bowling pretty quick. I might have to take up on your offer to shoot video for me on your phone.
Okay.
At this rate, because I can only do so many at once. And Alex is too far away to get him on the live stream camera. He's all the way down on 26. I may have to give up on my goal of having a video of every single 300. I'm trying to
We'll get it, Lucas. I'll help. I'll help. I'll get my mom on it, too. We'll have 3 phones going across the whole house.
Get the whole team. Alex is up now. The front 9. And he left the 10 pin. So no 300 down there for Alex de Vries. He's already got one this week. Don't want to get greedy. Got a couple of guys who got multiple 300s. You got two guys who have two 300s and a 299. It's Orr Abram and Tori Torgerson both have two 300s and a 299 this week. John Serbinsky leaves the 10 pit. There's another question for you, Danielle, in the chat. Where is it at? How many days before the competition did you get here to acclimate yourself to the time change? Because the time change is a big difference, 13 hours. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we got here. We had 3 days before the competition actually started. We did 2 days of just unofficial practices, and then we had our official practice and the opening ceremonies, and then we started competition Monday. I honestly don't know how I did it, but I adjusted pretty quickly to the time change over here, especially compared to Rod and John. Yeah. The stories I've been hearing of them sitting up at 3 a.m. staring at the wall. So
I haven't had a problem either. I've been able to get out pretty quick and.
I got on it pretty quick, and now, I'm still going to bed early, but we're waking up early at this point, so 9 a.m.'s my bedtime. Probably earlier tonight.
Yeah, you got to get up tomorrow. Actually, you get to sleep in an extra hour tomorrow because I don't start till 9, which is nice.
Yep.
It's an hour extra sleep for me. Let's see what's going on here. Slovenia front 7. Nico Stenko down there. I like that name. And, well, it's starting to slow down a little bit.
I think we threw the little Wiseman jinx on a couple people.
I think there's only 2 left at this point. We've got UAE and Slovenia. Have you had to adjust to very much? Have you made big changes, change balls, change parts of the lane? You pretty much stay in the camp out in the same part of the lane with the same ball and
I haven't made big changes really all week. The only moves I'm honestly making are probably. I think the biggest move I made was a 2-1 as far as changing my angle. Other than that, I'm playing with half boards and hand positions, just trying to get to go through the pins a little bit better and carry. I was making more ball changes at the beginning of the week. Now we're starting to see a pattern and learning what exactly we're looking for. It's easier to stick with the same ball longer.
Yeah, you probably kind of learn, okay, the first few games I'm going to use this ball, and then I probably need to go to this ball, and, John's got a chance at another 270 game with a couple of frames to go.
USA!
The only one left with a chance at 300 is Slovenia. It's kind of been my job this week, 300 spotter. It's not so bad for live streaming, though. I know a lot of people don't like the high scores, the bowling purists out there, but for live streaming, it's not so bad. Makes it fun to watch when people are shooting 300.
Yeah, definitely better than, all right, we got another 180 game.
He's got
172.
Yeah, exactly. Front 9 now. Down on 24. He's going to finish on 23, so I should be able to get a look at it here on the live stream if he gets the front 11.
What number 300 will this be?
We've had 14 so far. Yeah, we had one this morning. The girl from Finland had one. And so that put us at 14. Of course, the guy from Slovenia is a two-handed bowler. And he's not quite up yet. Cardi wants to know how the left is playing versus the right, and I would say they both play good. Lefties have done pretty well in this tournament, as have righties,
I haven't really seen a huge difference. It's not like the left's running away with it, and I see it pretty equal.
Yeah, it seems like it. And John with another strike, heading into the 10th frame, and Slovenia got the first one in the 10th. So Stenko is 2 strikes away from our 15th 300 game. After the first squad this week, I said we'd have 10 300s. After the second squad, I said we'd have between 15 and 20. So looking like that's a pretty good guess. We still have a lot of games to go, though.
Oh, definitely. And this is when, in normal tournaments, this is when the scores get higher, too. Because you have people breaking down the pairs more consistently. And it just seems to get easier to string them. So tomorrow should be interesting.
Yeah, I had a discussion with somebody about that earlier in the week who told me that the scores will actually get lower because the bowlers will get nervous. And I said it's the other way around.
Yeah.
I said all the good bowlers are going to get on the same lanes together and break them down, and the scores are going to go up. And he's got the front 11 now, which means I have to do some work. So let's see here. Take the scoreboards off the screen and step up on my little stool here. Get to watch behind the scenes here, Danielle. And let's see if we have time to watch another shot from John Stravinsky before Nino goes. We do, so another strike for John. He almost ran that one out a little bit. All right, so bright green shirt makes it easy to find him out down there. There he is. So Nino Stenko of Slovenia, a chance for a 300 game here in the round of 24. The double-hander gets it done. A 300 game for Slovenia. And that is number 15 for the tournament as he disappears into the crowd. So there you go. I like when my predictions come true, although it wasn't a real stretch to say that we were going to have a 300 on this squad. That was like saying it's going to snow in Siberia. Another strike for John. That's going to put him at back-to-back 270 games. I don't know if he's bowled back-to-back 270s this week. But he's off to a good start. I know he hasn't bowled 300. I keep waiting for one of you guys to get me a 300 game from the United States.
That's okay. I would take
279 every game is good.
Back-to-back over a 300 game. So
I agree. Better to be consistent than flashy. And Rod says that John's going to shoot 279 and lose ground. There's a lot of 279s this game, actually, I think, out there.
That is really the hardest thing about this tournament is, you know, it's so different, especially being on the girls' side and not being used to seeing such high scores, to shoot a 250 or 260 and look up and see, okay, I lost 10 pins that game. It's really hard to get through your mind and still go on to the next game positive.
Yeah, it's like the last game of this morning, Danielle, you shot 279 and you only picked up like 20 pins.
Yeah.
You know, in a normal tournament, you shoot 279, you're picking up 60 pins.
Oh, yeah. You're moving up the ladder.
Yeah. But it seems like in this tournament, you've got to shoot a few 270s just to make up, 20, 40, 60 pins.
Definitely.
Take some time.
So also, Rod's been telling us a lot. It's not even as much about shooting those high games because those will come, but to make our bad games and our transition games still really good. That's what's going to separate us from everyone else, just having random high games here and there.
Yeah, anything under 200 this week is death. I mean, it's just not good.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you had one game, that 160 game, in there somewhere.
That was over 100 pins.
Yeah.
I lost over 100 pins in one game.
Yep. But fortunately, those have been few and far between for everybody.
Yes.
It's not too often.
Yeah, the pairs can definitely be tricky here to there. So definitely can't count on one, but it's not shocking to see it happen, being out there and going across the whole house.
How about the scores on our featured pairs this game? 279, 269, 248, and a potential 279. That's pretty crazy. Like we said, scores go up when we get to this stage of the tournament.
Absolutely.
Although I didn't think they were too outrageous for the women this morning. They were high, but they weren't outrageously high.
I think they were about what they've been.
Compared to what they have been previous in the week, they weren't too bad. Well, Danielle, thank you for sitting in. You're welcome to stay if you want. We're not going to have John on camera this game, though. He's moved over to 13 and 14, but you are, of course, welcome to stay.
I'll hang out for a few frames.
I think the Slovenian guy might actually be the youngest in the tournament. I think he's 15.
Really?
Somebody
The
told me
girl from Mexico is 15 or 16. I'm not sure exactly,
Yeah.
but she's very young.
Yeah, there's a few youngsters
Yes.
in the tournament. So game 2 is done. Game 3 coming up here in just a minute. I have to wait for the whistle. And the scores on the bottom of the screen should be updated soon. You would be amazed, Danielle, how many people come by and take a picture of the live streaming.
Of you just sitting here?
Yeah, somebody just did. Actually, 2 people did. Your mom was one of them. She doesn't count.
No, she doesn't. It's probably on Facebook already. I should go look. We're talking about you. We're talking about you.
She's talking to her mom.
I haven't really been checking my phone. I do have messages listening to you on live stream.
Yeah, everybody, your phone will blow up when you do the live streaming. That's for sure. So game 3, gonna get started here. We've got Mexico, UAE, Dominican, and Qatar on the featured pairs. And the hardest part about this job, Danielle, is saying the names of all the players.
Oh, I can imagine.
There's some tough ones out there. I do my best, but
Yeah, you usually do a pretty good job. You have the little accent with the different
yeah, I
countries.
try.
and
Yeah,
I would just butcher it
and
real bad.
I always say that the key to getting the to saying names that you don't know how to pronounce is to say it with confidence, because then everybody thinks you know how to say it, even if
Even
it's
if
wrong.
it's not even close, they'll just go with it.
Exactly.
That's funny.
All right. Well, the score fest continues here in the round of 24. I think the guys' scores are a lot higher than we've seen all week, at least this first couple of games.
Yes, definitely.
And we saw a lot of high scores this week, but I don't remember seeing anything like what we're seeing these first couple of games.
Should be doing a raffle on here or something. Like John had, I think he has asked, I think it was yesterday, it might have been before last night, about guess my 6-game set. Should have done it from the beginning of the week. Guess how many 300s? I don't think anybody would have gotten it.
Probably not.
There's always that one person that would put something extreme though, and they'd win.
I think John was mad at me because my guess was that he would bowl 12:37 yesterday, and he bowled way more than that. But I did it just to pester him.
If you got him mad and it made him bowl better, whatever works.
Let's see if the standings are updated. Yep, they are updated on the bottom of your screen. So they're scrolling through. Well, looks like Mats Maggie of Belgium has moved into the lead. Peter Hellstrom of Sweden drops down to second. That happened briefly yesterday as well. But the standings at the top of the leaderboard have gotten real tight now. Peter Hellstrom of Sweden was way out in front of everybody, but it's really quite tight. John Sierminski's moved up to 5th. So it's
amazing how close the scores are.
Yeah, it's really, really close on the guys' side. Much closer than on the women's side. On the women's side, you've got 3 or 4 of you that have kind of built a little bit of a lead, but a lot of games left still. I'm still waiting for the email to come in with the results so I can see them a little easier. Well, we'll have to see if Game 3 is going to get off to as quick of a start as the last couple of games have been. Looks like I just got the results on my email, so we can take a look to see how close it actually is. Well, John's 557 for 2 is high out of everybody so far the first 2 games.
It's awesome.
But yeah, it's really close at the top. And even at the 8th position, I mean, you've got from 9th place down, Mexico, Slovenia, Greece, Estonia, Dominican, France, Philippines, Netherlands, Ireland all still have a chance to make it into the top 8.
Yeah, they're all within 100 pins of each other. Yeah,
you've got a lot of guys that have got a real good chance to still make it in. And so yeah, it's and actually we can look at the field average for the first 2 games. The first game it was 239. The second game it was 242. So it went up. It went up even a little bit more. But 242 field average is pretty. That's pretty high.
Is this the field average overall also?
That seems high to me. It says 240, but that can't be right because you've only got 4 guys averaging over 240.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that number. I think that number probably hasn't been updated yet.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not. Well, it could be the average for today.
That's right.
Average
that would make
today.
more sense.
Yeah. Let's see here. It seems a little, things have kind of mellowed out a little bit this game. You can just kind of, has a different feeling already.
Yeah.
Everybody's not in full-on strike mode right now.
No, definitely not as many front 5s as we saw last game already.
For those of you just tuning in, Danielle McEwan, Team USA, is joining us. And have you seen any sort of transition at all, like this week after a couple of games? Do you have to make a little adjustment, or has it really not been too bad?
For me personally, I kind of struggled the first game, so I'm trying to figure out the fresh right off the bat how to start out with a big game. Usually games 2 and 3 open up for me, and then 4 is when I hit my carry issue. It's kind of similar every day so far, so.
I'm going to guess that process is a little bit quicker on the guy's side.
Oh, I'm sure.
So maybe that's kind of what's happening here. Maybe they're starting to hit a little bit of...
Yeah. Again, you're not talking big transition.
Right.
You're just talking these little minor changes that where your ball's picking up or where it's going to.
Zerminski strikes fair double to start this game. So off to a pretty good start again. Manino Fernandez of the Dominican has the front 4. And it looks like he's the only one, actually. So we went last game from having like 7 guys with the front 6 to 1 guy with the front 4.
Wow.
Not that that really means a whole lot, but it just means that there aren't going to be that many 300s this game, if any.
I don't know how you wear these things all day. My ears are sweating.
I know. Yeah,
they are hot.
Yeah, they're comfortable, but they get a little warm.
They are warm.
Royal wants to know if we've had any good food this week. You ate a real traditional Russian meal yesterday, didn't you, for lunch at the mall? Did you guys have Sbarro pizza or something?
What are you talking? Yeah, we went all the way to the mall. They actually did have, there was like a little food court there, and they had a couple of Russian things that, of course, we don't know what they are. I wanted to be adventurous and try it. My mom kind of talked me out of it. Just went with pizza, but.
Yeah, it's hard when you're bowling because you don't want to eat something that's going to not agree with you and get sick or whatever.
I've been there. Last year in Poland, that was me, so I learned my lesson from that.
I don't have that problem because I just sit here and live stream all day, but
You don't eat.
yeah, I don't have time to eat.
No, the food
so.
here is really good, though. It's not
Yeah, it is
really
good.
anything that different.
Yeah, it tends to be kind of, I don't know, meat and potatoes, kind of,
They have
almost
a lot
bland,
of salmon,
but
which
yeah.
I love. So I think this is my 6th day in a row having something with salmon in it.
Beef stroganoff was really good upstairs.
That was good.
So I like the beef stroganoff. So yeah.
They have sushi upstairs.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with sushi. So
When I think Siberia, I think sushi.
John found that one. I think he's had it every day. So
So yeah, we have had some good food, although most of it has taken place here in the building that we're located in, which isn't too bad. We've got the bowling center, 32 lanes on the 3rd floor, and we've got a billiards hall on the 4th floor, and the hotel's above us, and got 3 restaurants to choose from, so not
see,
so
if
bad.
John was sitting here instead of me, you'd be hearing all about our breakfast buffet and how
it's
amazing
very nice.
it is.
Yeah, it's
He's
quite
in
good.
love with the breakfast.
Oh, hey, me too. I love it. Well, Menino with the 10 pin, so no 300 here in game 3, but John Zerwinski, you can see him running it out into our screen here. Strike, spare, 4-bagger. So John's making a push for an 800 to start this set.
That would be nice.
What was he at? 560 something? 540 something? 547, I think.
About 550.
Oh, you've got it right here, yeah. 547, so he needs 253 for 800. Yeah,
No,
right?
557. Right? Is that him?
Oh yeah, 557. I was looking at Orr. Yeah, 557. So he only needs 243. That seems likely to me.
Yeah, he's on good pace for it.
I think John was like 17th or something after the first day, and then he moved up to 11th, and then he just kind of slowly has been climbing, and seems like he's picked the right time to
go off.
Yeah, to peak.
Definitely.
By the way, if you want to follow Danielle on Twitter, you can. I'm on Twitter as well. The easiest way to find our Twitters is to go to bowl.com/World Cup. And then if you scroll down a little bit, it's got all 4 of us that are here from the United States, our Twitter handles. You actually moved ahead of Rod Ross in the Twitter followers.
Did I really?
Yep. You caught up to him, moved ahead of him.
Haven't used Twitter a lot. You're talking me into it this week, though. I've been
That's
trying to. It's usually like a second thought. I have my Facebook and my Instagram and all that stuff first, and then, oh yeah, Twitter.
It'll become more top of mind as you get more and more followers. John just left a 2-pin on a 4-bagger. Yeah, just looking across the house, the big string of strikes that we've been seeing the first couple games is just non-existent.
No, definitely must be hitting that transition game.
I mean, Torre can shoot 279 and Bodo Konietzny can shoot 277. So there are some big scores out there, but not too many.
We have a lot of people watching. It's getting pretty late back home.
Yeah, we've got almost 700
Wow.
watching. Not too bad, considering it's pretty late in the United
Christina
States.
Fran's name. Hi, Christina.
Yep, Christina finally got it working. She was having some problems getting the stream up, but looks like she finally found it. Yeah, this is a tough time for the live streaming right now because most of the people in the United States are going to bed, and most of the people in Europe are sleeping. So it's kind of
It's a good number for
slow
considering
period.
the time difference.
Yes. We've got a lot of folks in Australia who tune in to watch, and so yeah, it's unfortunate that the time difference is so great. The finals tomorrow are going to be at 3 p.m. local time here, and that's not a great time for for everybody to tune in. But the good news is you can always watch it after the fact.
What day is this? Tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday.
Today is
back
Friday.
home, tomorrow's Friday. So they can stay up late. It's
Yeah,
the
they'd have to
weekend.
stay up late, yeah. The finals will be at 2 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday morning. Yeah. Trust me, I've been sitting here all week converting time in my head. I've got it down for Central European Time and Eastern Time. Well, John needs 243 to get 800, and he can strike out for 259. So that means he needs... Oh, the scoreboard just moved on me. He's going to need the next two to get to 800. Not that it really matters. I mean, it's just a number for you guys who are used to bowling big scores all the time, but... Oh, and Or Avram is bowling. What's he at? He's at not so good this game. Only 218 max, so no 800 for him. I think Torrey Torgerson can get to 800. He's at 534, and he can go 279 this game. So, do you know what the 3-game record is in the World Cup
I
for
do
men?
not.
896.
Wow.
I wish that I could show you her face. Yeah, Paul Trotter went, and you would think maybe it was like, 300, 296 or something like that. Yeah, it was 300, 298, 298.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a number of years ago.
That was going to be my next question. When was that?
Yeah. John
What's
just
the
got
girls?
a strike. I'd have to look. I've got the records on my email here. Let's see if I can find them. Let's see. 803.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if anybody got 800 this week or not.
I
This
would
hasn't
think
been
that might have
updated,
been.
so.
Yeah, that might have been beat this week.
I know that we had some high 700s, 780s, 790s, but I don't know if anybody got 800. It's hard to say. It's a lot of games in there, and it has to be a 3-game set, so it'd be 1, 2, or 3, or 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
So I would guess that if anybody's done it, it might be Carolyn Lagrange, because she's bowled so many high games this week.
Oh, yeah.
If you had done it, you wouldn't even know, because you don't pay attention. Well, Torrey Torgerson shot 279, so he did get to 800. He only needed 266, so he shot, 813?
Overachiever.
That's normal for him. You can see John's ball going down the lane on the left side of your screen, and he's going to be in the 800s now with that strike. Just the kind of start that he needed. Same for Torrey. Torrey's right down there in near the cut line, 8th place coming into this game, and
They'll both move up there.
yeah. It's interesting. You look at the high game for the week for some of the players, and it's 300, 289, 300, 279, 279, 279, 290. See a lot of guys with 279. More so than any other score, it looks like.
Wow, yeah.
And I would guess that most of them have had multiple 279s this week.
Definitely.
John's ball going down the lane, left side of your screen, another strike, and he had a pin dancing on that one.
Woo.
So he's going to be in the 250s this
Good
game.
start.
numbers are too high. I've got to get the calculator out to add things up. Can't do it in my head anymore. At this point in the week, it's brain turns to mush. 557 plus 259 is 816.
Nice.
For the first 3 if he strikes on the fill. Looks like Abram shot 209, Israeli.
Good spot.
So Serbinski will pick up some ground on another 50 pins. He was down 100, so he cuts it in half. So 258 for John and 815. As game 3 is coming to a close. How are your ears doing? They doing all right?
I'm not sure if they're still there, but they're doing all right. I just don't know how you do this all day.
Yeah.
At least today is a shorter day compared to the last,
That's exactly
the last
right.
4 days.
It's done in a couple hours, so not so bad. And then tomorrow's the most exciting day of the tournament with the round robin. We get into match play and then the finals.
Mm-hmm.
The match play is always the best because each game means something.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's just just another game,
Yep.
just another game. When you get into the match play, now there's action to actually commentate on.
Completely different importance of every shot.
At the end of each game, you've got a winner and a loser, and so it's much more compelling. Well, John Stravinsky's going to move out of our range here. He's going to go down to lane 10. And let's see who are we going to have for the next game. Going to have, what are we going into, game 4? Game 4, going to have Kurt Truss of Estonia. Tori Torgerson of Norway. Nino Stinko of Slovenia, and William Ching, Venezuela. Well, I give you an out at the end of every game, so if you want to stay,
yeah,
you
I'm
can,
moving down to cheer my teammate on now.
I know it's
He's getting a little too far away.
You'll get in trouble if you don't cheer him on, so he'll give you a hard time about that. I heard you gave him a hard time about it this week already, so.
That's only because he started it. He bowled 8 a.m. first, and Rod said, I better not see you before the end of the block. So I came in like the second to last game. Well, thanks for showing up. Really?
Well, thanks for helping keep me company, Danielle. I appreciate it.
No problem. This was fun.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, see you later. Well, thanks again to Danielle McEwan for Team USA for helping with the commentary for a little while there as we transition into game number 27, or sorry, number 28. Game 4 of the block. Just waiting on the all the scores to rotate through here. All the names moving and should be ready to go with the next game.
Do you have any backup of the two we had in the first game? Because I have really 247. I understand 246. I don't know, but check it? Yeah.
All right, so game number 4 underway here. Let's see if we've got updated standings yet for our scrolling thing down there. Yeah, we do. I don't know why it starts it in the middle like that, but it'll scroll through pretty quick here to get to the top of the standings. So we've got Estonia, Norway, Venezuela, and Slovenia on the feature pairs for this game. D. Duval wants my job when I retire. Unfortunately, it's going to be like 25 years from now, so you might be waiting a while. Peter Hellstrom of Sweden back in the lead. Mats Maggie of Belgium second. Or Avram third. Alexei Parshikov of Russia in fourth. John Cervinsky fifth. Bodo Konietzki sixth place. Tori Torgerson moves up to seventh. And 8th place belongs to Guy Kaminsky of South Africa.
Did you get emails sitting in the car somewhere?
All right, so let's take a little closer look at the standings here. And Peter Hellstrom of Sweden in the lead by just one pin at this point. Mats Maggie of Belgium second place. Or Avram of Israel is third. or is 62 pins behind the leaders, or 63 pins behind the leader, I should say. Alexei Parshikov of Russia. He is 85 pins off the lead. John Serbinsky, Team USA, 8:15 his first 3 games, and he is at 127 back of the lead. Bodo Konietzny of Germany, 6th. Tori Torgerson, 7th. Guy Kaminsky, 8th. And then you've got Humberto Vasquez of Mexico in 9th. 74 pins behind 8th now, so a little gap has opened up right there. And Georgios Stefanidis of Greece is tied for 10th with Menino Fernandez. They are both 79 pins outside of 8th place. Kurt Trus of Estonia is in 95 pins out of 8th. And Nino Stenko of Slovenia bowled 187 last game. 181, 300, 187. So an up and down day for the Slovenian. 118 pins out of 8th place. Round of 8 tomorrow. Men and women bowling at the same time as they make a score correction here. Men and women bowl at the same time tomorrow at 9 a.m. Krasnoyarsk time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern time in the United States. That would be 2 a.m. Central European time. John says I pronounce the names like a pro. To be honest with you, I don't actually know how to pronounce the names, most of them, so I just guess. I actually asked about the Russian guy recently, and I was saying it right, so I was happy about that. John wants me to try to pronounce his last name. Let's see. John Sakaris. Be my guess. So we're about halfway through game 4, and just taking a look on the 300 watch here to see if anybody's got anything cooking. All the way down at the end, lanes 29 and 30. I see somebody with the front 5, and that's it. By the way, I walked down to check something on the standings. Watch John Serbinsky miss a single pin. John having a rough game this time around. No doubles through 5 frames. Wyatt says, Greek is easy. Try the French name. So I got a French bowler. Vincent Cailles is bowling. He's in 14th place. You have to say it like you're French. And, you know, even if you have no idea how to pronounce it, like I have no idea how to pronounce it. Like I told Danielle, if you say it with confidence, people will believe that you know how to say it. Chris wants to know if the broadcast is available via mobile phone. It should be. It's at least available on the iPhone. I know that. And if you go to, in your browser, go to m.youtube.com/bowltv. Should work. Should have the option to select the live stream and watch it on your phone. m.youtube.com/bowltv on your mobile device. Well, it feels like we've kind of hit a slow stretch here in our live streaming, so it gives me an opportunity to talk about the Summit S-Series lane machine by QubicaAMF. Thanks to an all-variable spray system, Summit S-Series machines clean faster and better no matter how much oil is on the lanes. QubicaAMF's Summit S-Series can accurately apply more than 100 units of conditioner per lane in less than 2 minutes and a typical pattern in less than 60 seconds. Using QubicaAMF's patented conditioning technology, the Summit S-Series offers a wider variety of conditioning patterns than most, giving more opportunities to please every type of bowler. For more information on the Summit S-Series lane machine, visit QubicaAMF.com. Wyatt asks in the chat, what kind of food does the bowling center have? And he's serious. He wants to know in Siberia if they have burgers or what. They actually don't serve food in the bowling center, believe it or not. They have some like little cakes and coffee and stuff, but that's it. They've got 3 restaurants in the building, though. Upstairs, they've got a kind of a sports bar kind of place with a billiards hall, and they serve beef stroganoff, all kinds of stuff up there, quesadillas, and I see that Guy Kaminsky, it looks like, it's what I hear, down on lane 30, has got the front 8. And that is way too far away to get on live stream. Thank you, Fidel, for letting me know. And I'm trying to keep an eye on Guy to see if he gets another one. I'll run down there and get a video of it on my phone if he does. Well, looks like Guy left a 10 pin. Actually, maybe a split, a 7-10 in the 9th. So, no chance to move down there and get a 300 game. Truce of Estonia is having a big game here. He's one of those guys who needs a big finish to get into the top 8. So he's going to be at 279 this game with a spare to close it out.
Ça fait des kills graves.
Bon, mon petit, viens par
Avant d'attaquer, j'ai 50 kills.
Mais là, t'en as pas perdu, t'en as repris là.
Non, j'en ai pas perdu.
Non, t'en as repris. Tu vas prendre des baffes. Petite Dubourg va te mettre des baffes.
You can hear some French in the background as the French folks walk past. They hear a lot of cheering down on the high end. I think I'm guessing they're cheering for the Russian. They still have a couple of frames to go down there. Pretty much everybody else is done.
Я здесь и Вера.
All right, transitioning into Game 5 now. We're going to have Slovenia, Venezuela, Ireland, and UAE on the featured pairs. A couple of quick shout-outs. John Valius of RIT is watching, sent me a tweet. Thank you very much, John, for following me on Twitter. And also, I wonder if Hazel McCleary is watching. Hazel, if you're watching, just wanted to say hello, the Canadian friend of mine. Hazel, the press officer for Team Canada for a number of years. Sure feels strange not having you here at the tournament, Hazel, but enjoy your retirement. You've certainly deserve it, but we miss you here at the tournament. I know Saya misses you as well and says hello, so hello to Hazel McCleary if you're watching out there. check and see if we've got updated scores. Yeah, it looks like we do. And it should rotate to the front here right now. Mats Maggie back in the lead. It's now back and forth. Mats Maggie in the lead. Peter Hellstrom of Sweden is in second. Alexei Parshikov of Russia is third, or Avram of Israel fourth. Bodo Konieczny of Germany moves up to fifth. John Serbinsky, Team USA, drops to sixth. Guy Kaminsky, South Africa, seventh place. And Tori Torgerson still in eighth. So we're past the halfway point of the block now. Got 4 more games to go. Again, we've got Venezuela, Slovenia, UAE, and Ireland on the featured pairs. And as someone pointed out, Chris Sloan from Ireland has indeed bowled 2 300 games this week. Rush wants to know what they were saying in Russian. I don't speak Russian. The only things I can say, a couple of quick phrases in Russian. That would Privyat, как dela, which means hi, how are you, and spasiba, which means thank you. And that is all the Russian I know. And that's all the Russian that I think I need to know. Fortunately, we have a lot of translators hanging around to help us out. Sports Schmucks says, thank goodness for streaming. I agree. What would we do without live streaming? I imagine that this live stream keeps a lot of people company on a long nights or long days at work and or whatever. It's always great to sit back and be able to watch bowling whenever you want, isn't it? We do a lot of hours of live streaming here on Bowl TV every year. On a usual year, we are about 500 hours of live streaming here on Bowl TV, but this year I think we're going to be way above that because we did the World Championships for men and women, which is a lot of hours of live streaming, and now this week, in addition to that, so We may be over 600 hours of live streaming this year. I'd have to add it up. I probably will go back and add that up at some point. Jeff wants to know what's next on here. This is the last squad of the day. It's an early day here at the World Cup. We've got this game to go and then 3 more, and then that's it. And the top 8 for the men and the women will have round-robin match play tomorrow in the morning, starting at 9 a.m. Krasnoyarsk time. It will feel good to be done early for once. It's been late nights here these last 4 nights or so, but be done early tonight. Have a dinner to go to tonight with QubicaAMF, and back at it tomorrow with the round robin and then the finals. All of it right here live on Bull TV, and if you can't catch it live, you can always watch it on demand. If you're just tuning in, you're watching live coverage of the 49th QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup from Krasnoyarsk, Russia. I'm Lucas Wiseman of Bull TV. Thank you for joining us for this round of 24 in the men's division. The women's round of 24 is already completed, and you can find those results on QubicaAMF.com. We're in game 5 of 8 on this squad. The Russian has started with the front 5, and so the crowd will start to get a little bit louder with each strike that he throws. Ukraine with the front 5 this game. I think Guy Kaminsky's got the front 4. Dominican front 4. And Menino just through the front 5. And you hear the cheers. Front 6 now for Russian. JJ wants to know what time in Alabama. 9 a.m. here. 9 a.m. here tomorrow is when we start, and that would be 7 p.m. on Friday in Alabama, if you're in the Central Time Zone. If you're in the Eastern Time Zone, it would be an hour later, obviously. Of course, I barely know what time zone I'm in half the time, let alone what time zone everybody else is in. I travel so much that sometimes you lose track. Oh, we've got somebody from Ireland watching. Bernard Gibbons will be very happy about that. He was wondering if any Irish bowlers were watching. He's been talking about it all week. He said he keeps telling people back in Ireland to watch. So I'm glad to know that Mick Rowe, you're watching back in Ireland. All right, so the Russian now has the front 7. Ukrainian has the front 5. Manino Fernandez, Dominican, front 6. So So we've got a few guys with a chance this game. Someone in the chat says that Porshikov is the Russian Superman, Russian Chris Barnes. There you go. Right now he's bowling like Chris Barnes. He is doing well. Bernard Gibbons just walked by and he says hi to Mick. He's very excited to hear that somebody from Ireland is watching. Bernard is one of the tournament directors this week. And he's from Dublin. Now the Russian just let go of the ball and strikes again. Can you guys hear the cheering when he strikes? I'm not sure if that comes through on the microphone or not. It's kind of far away from here. It's down on 24. But he's got the front 8 now. Well, Alexi's going to be up here in a moment. He's actually just picking up his ball now, so we'll be able to tell from the cheers if he throws another strike. Stepping up on the approach right now. By the way, Menino Fernandez does have the front 7 as well. But we're at front 8 right now for the Russian, Alexei Parshikov. And he just let the ball go. Oh, it's a 4-pin. It's a wobbling 4. He would have delighted the crowd if he could have gotten another one. That would have been very excited. But no 300 for the host country in this game. So the hopes rest on Menino Fernandez. And Menino has the front 8. Jack wants to know the oldest and youngest bowler in this tournament. Another youngest is 15. The Slovenian kid who's on our feature pair right now is 15, I'm told. I don't know about oldest. There's quite a few seniors that are bowling for some of the countries. Well, Menino Fernandez. He's throwing that gold storm ball, looks like. And he's up with the front 8. The IQ. I'll let you know if he strikes again. Oh, he left a 10 pin. I don't know, 300 this game. Only had one on this set. I thought we'd have more than that, but I did say we'd have at least one, and we did. We had a 299 as well, so got off to a real quick start. First 2 games of the squad, and it has slowed down a bit. Schmucks wants to send me a message. Best way to send me a message is by email. My email address is lucas.wiseman@bull.com. So you can send me an email if you'd like to get a hold of me. Okay, quick shout out here from Bernard Gibbons. He has some shout outs he wants to give to some folks back in Ireland. Bernard's one of our tournament directors.
Oh, I just got a text there from my brother. He's watching from bed, so.
Yeah, we got a few folks in Ireland watching. What time is it over there right now? It's pretty early in the morning, isn't it?
Right now, I'll tell you what it is. It's 5:45 in the morning.
That's pretty early.
It is, yes. yeah. But I'm sure there's lots of guys that are big bowling fans in Ireland, so they're watching away there.
How's the tournament gone for you this week?
Good, very good, yeah, excellent. I have to say that for a country like Krasnoyarsk, we've never had a bowling tournament before. They've done extremely well. The staff have been exceptional. Lane marshalling, and from an organisation point of view, it's been brilliant.
Yeah, couldn't ask for anything more, I think.
And,
we even got a little snow out there for us today.
Yeah, gosh. Will we get out? That's the worrying point now, because it's snowing like hell outside right now, I can tell you.
Is it still coming down out there?
It's bucketing down, as we would say.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's. I guess that would be the concern for everybody, is getting out of town now.
Get out, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've had a good time. Bowling's been great, isn't it?
Yes. It's been very exciting. And you kind of split the duties as tournament director with Cliff Adair, right?
Yes, yeah. We both share it, because it's the long days.
Yeah.
As you know, you've been here every day, which is extraordinary. You're doing a good job, too.
Yeah, thank you very much. Try. But, yeah, so far so good. Everything's going good. And, you know, keep up the good work. And
hard to pick a winner. Who would you pick?
It's hard to say. So many guys with a great chance.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I like Mats Maggie a lot from Belgium.
Yeah,
been really
good.
Throwing the ball well.
Yeah,
And,
been very consistent.
But we've got the match play tomorrow, and they get bonus pins tomorrow in match play, right?
That's right.
30 pins?
Round robin on the morning time, 30 and 15.
30 and 50. So 30 for a win, 15 for a tie, and
yeah.
Zippo for a loss. You get nothing. Okay.
Absolutely zippo, but that'll be very good now. The more into the match play head to head, that's where the big boys will shine.
Yes, and that's the most exciting part of the live streaming by far, because every game means something.
Correct.
So
and
it'll
we'll
be
have live
exciting.
streaming out all day tomorrow again, and
Yep.
then we'll have the position round for both men and women will be live streamed as well.
You've got a big tournament coming up in Dublin, right?
Irish Open, January.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sold out, right? That's what I hear.
And I understand that they've opened a squad on Wednesday now.
Wow.
I'm told, yeah. Good tournament. I actually started that tournament. I don't know, 26 or 7 years ago we started it, and it's been gone ever since. Yeah, very popular. So, and if anybody's there listening wants to play in the Irish Open, it's Stillorgan, Leisureplex Stillorgan. It's in January, and I do believe there's some spots available in Wednesday's squad now.
Nice. One of these days I'm going to have to make it there, because I would love to go to Ireland, and going for a bowling tournament seems like a great way to go on a vacation and bowl and have a good time.
Sure, do a bit of live streaming from there.
But it sounds like you got to sign up easy or pretty early to bowl.
Yeah, that's a really popular tournament, is the Irish Open. They come from far and near, and it's money. I'm not so sure what the first prize is in it now, but it's probably €3,000 or something like first prize, something like that. It's good.
Not bad, not bad. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. I know you wanted to give the folks in Ireland a shout out, so there you go.
Take them all. Good luck to you all. Cheers. Thanks a million.
Thanks. Bernard Gibbons, one of our tournament directors, stopping by real quick. Just wanted to give a shout out to his Irish friends back home. So getting ready to start game number 6. We've got France, Sweden, Estonia, and Belgium. Good pairings here in front of us. They're all good pairings at this point when you're down to the top 24. Looks like the standings are updated on the bottom of your screen, so it should be scrolling through. So 3 games to go here at the World Cup. I'll leave the stream on here for a few minutes unattended, but I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. So enjoy game number 6.
shoot after 6 games, I guess. The next sheet after 6 games. Whenever. Are they?
All right, back with you here. Bernard wasn't kidding. It is snowing buckets out there right now. Just went into the tournament office for a second and looked out the window, and it's definitely coming down. Good thing we are inside. Sorry for the shaking of the camera there. There is no earthquake, I promise. So I'm just looking at the standings here, and Mats Maggie of Belgium leading by 21 pins over Peter Hillstrom of Sweden. Got Orr Abram in third place. The Israeli is about, let's see, 65 pins off the lead. And Alexei Parshikov of Russia is in fourth place. And he is 76 pins behind first place. And you got a gap of more than 100 pins between fourth and fifth. Gombodo Konieczny of Germany and then John Stravinsky, USA, pretty close to each other, as well as Guy Kaminsky of South Africa. Tori Torgerson in eighth place. Manino Fernandez in ninth, just 24 pins out of eighth. Kurt Truss of Estonia, who we see this game, is in 10th place, and he is 38 pins out of the top 8. Then you've got Humberto Vasquez of Mexico, 51 pins out, and Georgos Stefanidis of Greece in 12th, 69 pins out of 8th place. With 3 games to go, all 4 of those guys still have a legit shot to make it in. So I would say that got about 8 or 9 guys, maybe Nino Stenko Slovenia in there too, 8 or 9 guys who are battling for 4 spots, all within 100 pins of each other. John Stravinsky at 815 his first 3 games, but he's been coming the wrong direction since then, 216, 219. And when you're shooting 216, you are losing ground on the field. question in the chat, how was the participants from the USA selected to bowl this tournament? They're the winners of the Team USA trials. And the Team USA trials take place in January each year. And the winners automatically get the spot to bowl team trials. UAE with the front 8 this game, and somebody down on 29 and 30 has the front 7, it looks like. I can't tell who it is. I'll have to call up the live scoring here. Got front 8 for UAE. Front 9 now for UAE. Looks like lane 2930, it's Tan from Singapore with the front 7. Looks like front 9 for Tan. UAE getting ready to step up with the front 9. Should be able to get a look at that. Lefty from the UAE just got the 7 to fall late for the front 10. Tan from Singapore now has the front 10. And I will have to update you guys and let you know if they shoot 300. I got to head that direction to get video. All right, so 297, I believe, for UAE, and a 300 for Joey Tan of Singapore. Game 7 about to get underway. We're going to have Belgium, Greece, Russia, and France. Standings are updated on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Mats Maggie is in the lead now by 11 pins. I think Mats was already in the lead actually, but Mats Maggie in the lead at 243.53 average. He's 11 pins ahead of Peter Hellstrom of Sweden. Then you got Or Avram of Israel, 49 pins off the lead. Alexei Parshukov of Russia shot 185 that game, and he is now 95 pins out of first. John Cervinsky, 247 that game. The guys in the top 4 spots in the standings didn't bowl that good. And then all the guys below them bowled outrageously good. And so things are real tight now with 2 games to go. You got John Cervinsky is 58 pins ahead of 8th, and he's in 5th place. Guy Kaminsky 57 pins ahead of 8th place. Bodo Konieczny 39 pins ahead of 8th. Tori Torgerson is 8th place. 15 pins out, Manino Fernandez. 20 pins out, Kurt Truss. Stefanidis of Greece is 42 pins out, and Vasquez of Mexico 46. Nino Stenko of Slovenia is 76 pins out of 8th place. So we've got, I would say, still nine guys going for 4 spots, basically. 10 if you count the Russian in 4th place, going for 5. So it's going to be a very interesting finish these last couple of games. Be an interesting finish here. Do have a couple of the guys who are in the hunt here on the featured pairs this game. We do have Mats Maggie, of course, who's the leader. Got Barshikov of Russia, who is in 4th place currently, and Frenchman with the front 5 right now. Nino Stenko not going away. He's got the front 5 right now. Hellstrom also has the front 5. Estonian with the front 4. South African with the front 4. Qatar front 6. Of course, France front 5 right here on the featured pairs. Got a lot of striking going on in this game. This is the game when everybody starts to make their move, I think, especially the ones that are in the hunt to make the top 8. It's got real crowded around me right now because we've got the Russian bowler on the featured pair. All the local folks are out watching. I gotta get up on my little step stool and try to see a little bit better. Open frame for Barshikov. Bad news. Open frames are not good at this stage, especially when I see a lot of guys striking right now. There are a lot of guys knocking on the door who would love to occupy one of those top 8 spots that are outside of the number right now. We got one more game to go after this one. Another open for Barshikov. He's got to be careful here in these last couple of games. He's in good position, but one bad game can really just crush you when the scores are this high. Guy Kaminsky, South Africa, front 8. We've got Guitar, front 8. Got Kurt Truss of Estonia going at a 279 clip. Nino Stenko of Slovenia has the front 7.
Чому?
Qatar, front 9. Stenko, front 8 for Slovenia, and he's making a push here. Every shot's getting more critical for the Russian player who is on our featured pair. The way that scores are starting to surge here. This is a critical couple of frames here for Alexei Parshikov. And he gets a strike. He can only max at 205, and if the guys behind him are bowling big games, they're going to make a lot of ground in a hurry here. I've got Qatar on the front 10 right now, down on 25. I've got Guy Kaminsky stepping up on the front 8, and he just threw another one, so front 9 for Guy Kaminsky. If the player from Qatar throws another strike here, I'm going to run down as fast as I can and try to get video of it. Try to get back in time to give you updates on everybody else. He did strike again. I'll be back. All right, no 300s this game, I don't believe. It was 299 for Qatar. Stenko from Slovenia left a split in the 9th, and Guy Kaminsky pulled it through the face. Got 8 on the front 9, so that was a whirlwind right there, trying to keep an eye on all that, but no 300s this game, and a big finish here for Alexei Parshikov. Those 3 strikes in a row here to get to 200. But things are going to tighten up behind him, though. Mats Mackey not having a great game here. Belgium going to fall out of the lead after this game. As Peter Hellstrom shoots 245, sweet. Looks like John Serbinsky's going to shoot 257 this game. The Russian with 202. He is lucky because that game could have been a lot worse, and he saved it with a few strikes there at the end to get over 200. 170 at this point would be crushing, so got to be careful, especially for those guys near the cut number. I believe that John Serbinsky and Guy Kaminsky went around the Russian I don't know about what Bodo Konietzny bowled, the German. He's still bowling. He can shoot 248. So he can't get ahead of Parshikov, but he'll be close. And just like that, the Russian has dropped a couple of spots in the standings, it looks like. Just one game, that's all it takes. Scores are this high. But it's going to be real close. As game 7 coming to a close, one more game to go. We're looking at our final few shots here this game. About half the bowlers are done with game 7. So moving right along. There's the whistle. Game 7 is concluded. We've got one game to go here in the round of 24. So all the bowlers are moving lanes, and hopefully we'll have an update on the scores here pretty soon. It's getting awfully crowded in here. This is the most crowded it's been all week. And this is about the time I start getting nervous about the cameras being up so high on the tripods. All right, everybody's making the move. We're going to have Netherlands, Israel, Philippines, and South Africa for the last game. Standings are scrolling on the bottom of your screen. They are updated after 31 games. They are updated quicker than anywhere else you can find them right here on Bold TV. Peter Hellstrom of Sweden in the lead now, or Avram of Israel moves up to second. Mats Maggie of Belgium drops to third. Guy Kaminsky fourth. John Serbinsky fifth. And Alexei Parshikov has dropped to 6th place. Bodo Konietzny in 7th, not that far behind. Manino Fernandez has now cracked to the top 8 with 1 game left. Kurt Truss of Estonia is in 9th place. What happened to Tori Torgerson? Humberto Vasquez in 10th. Where's Tori? There he is. He must have had a bad game. The Norwegian has dropped all the way to 11th place. All right, last game. This is going to be an interesting game. You can see the standing scrolling on the bottom of your screen. It's going to take a couple of frames to settle in here and really get a feel for what's going on. All right, so here's the situation. We've got we're going to look mainly at 8th place. We've got Manino Fernandez of the Dominican in 8th place. Bodo Konieczny is in 7th. He's 66 pins ahead of Manino. So unless Bodo bowls a bad game, he's probably all right. Same thing for Alexei Parshikov of Russia. He's 86 pins ahead of Manino. So those guys are looking to shoot about 220, and they'll be fine. So we've got Manino in 8th. We've got Kurt Truss of Estonia in 9th, 7 pins behind. We've got Humberto Vasquez of Mexico in 10th, 10 pins behind. Tori Torgerson of Norway is in 11th, and he's 21 pins behind 8th place. Then we've got Georgios Stefanidis of Greece, who is in 12th place, 25 pins out. And Nino Stenko of Slovenia, who's 45 pins behind 8th place. So we have got 6 guys going for 1 spot is essentially what it looks like at this point. And this is going to be one of those situations where we just won't know until the dust settles and we get the final standings. Well, the front 4 now for the Russian. Parshikov, and again, his target score would be 214, 215, and that would guarantee him a spot in the top 8 for sure. Actually, not even. It would be just 2-0, 208. 208 would be enough to lock him into a spot in the top 8. So front 4 looking pretty good for the Russian. Bodo Konieczny, strike, spare, strike. He needs to shoot about 230 to be locked in. I have a feeling somebody's going to pop a big game here at the end. I see Humberto Vesquez of Mexico at the front 4. It's really going to be a shootout for that last spot. Oh wow, big split there for the Russian. It's a 3-4-7-10. Very awkward. I want to know in the chat, what does Menino need to guarantee a spot? And that would be 294. And Menino is not anywhere close to me. I don't even see him. I think he's all the way down on the higher end of the bowling center. Oh, I see him now. He's on 25. Open frame for the Russian. John Cervinsky is the front 5. Humberto Vesquez front 5. David wants to know the starting time tomorrow. We start at 9 a.m. Krasnoyarsk time. And that would be 8 p.m. Eastern time in the United States on Friday night. Menino 9 spare double. But Humberto Vesquez has gone around him at the halfway point of the game. Estonia's Kurt Truss open and then 4 strikes in a row. Another split for the Russian. I'm not too worried about him, but boy, if he starts getting the splits here, I mean, he could get himself into some trouble, but he's so far ahead of 9th place that it seems like he should be okay. But you just don't know when in situations like this. He only needs 2-0 to guarantee a spot in, so he should get there at this game. If he can just get another double or so, he'll be fine. And Humberto Vesquez now front 6. Unfortunately, it's hard for me to keep track of everybody. There's so many possibilities right now of who can get in and who might be out, and they're spread out across 24 lanes, and it's not possible for me to see every pair. For example, I can't see Tori Torgerson. I'm trying to get a look at his scoreboard. It looks like he had spare. Yeah, I can't read it. 118 in the 5th, maybe? That's what it looks like. I can tell you one thing I believe to be true. If Humberto Vesquez of Mexico shoots 300, he is in. He controls his own destiny at this point. He's got the front 6. If he goes off the shoot, shoots 300, he is going to be in, and everybody else that's on the bubble is out. That much I can tell you. I've got somebody asking about Estonia. Kurt Truss is open, 4-bagger, 9 spare to start this game. John Stravinsky had the front 6, left a big 4, it looks like. No, a 3-6, 7-10 was the split. Humberto Vasquez, front 7. Shaping up to be pretty good for Humberto at this point. It's just really hard to make any definitive statements about the situation. The only thing that I can tell you at this point is that the last spot will definitely go to Humberto Vasquez if he strikes out and shoots 300. Because Vasquez is only 10 pins out of 8th. And he can stay ahead of Menino and Kurt Truss. If he continues the pace. Player from Greece, Stefanidis, just threw a split in the 6th. No, only one double this game, so he's in some trouble. I can't see Stenko from Slovenia, so I don't have any updates on him. Humberto Vasquez is up on the approach right now, working front 7. And he's just released the ball. Another strike. Looks like front 8 for Vasquez. Menino, Fernandez, Dominican Republic, spare 4-bagger. Start this game. Players who will definitely advance: Peter Hellstrom or Avram Matsmaggi, Guy Kaminsky, John Stravinsky. Those guys are going to be in for sure. Wow. The Russian just missed a 7-pin. Max 211. I think he's still going to be all right, though. But it's not for sure. It is not for sure yet. Humberto Vasquez is going to be up here in a moment. Menino threw another strike. Doing my best, guys, to keep you updated. This is a pretty hard one to follow, so I'm trying my best to give you as many updates as I can. That's a big strike there for Barshikov off to the left of our featured pair. Humberto Vasquez now front 9. Menino can shoot 279. Humberto obviously can shoot 300. They were 10 pins apart. I think Kurt Truss from Estonia is not going to advance. We can scratch him off the list. Tori Torgerson looks like he can still shoot 268 going into the 10th frame. But I don't think that that's going to be enough. Because even if Humberto Vasquez opens in the 10th, he would still probably stay ahead of Tori Torgerson. All right, so I'm going to try to get a look at Humberto Vasquez. He now is the front 10. Only problem with doing this is it keeps me from being able to see scores of other people. But Humberto Vasquez has the front 10. Menino threw another strike. And there he is. That's Humberto Vasquez with the front 10. Looks like another one. I think that's going to lock him into the top 8 now. He's got the front 11, and he is going to be locked in. The only hope for Menino to get in is for the Russian to open in the 10th, and he just threw the first one. So I think that the Russian Parshikov is going to stay in, but no guarantees. Not 100% sure on that yet. All right, so here we go. Humberto Vasquez of Mexico. A chance for a 300 here to close out the round of 24. And he doesn't get it. It's a 299, I believe. But guess what? Humberto Vasquez with a 299 last game makes it into the top 8. Comes through in the final game to make it through to the next round. Almost certainly he's made it through. It's unofficial, completely unofficial at this stage. But that's what I've got, at least unofficially here. 199 for Parshikov, the Russian. In order to get around him, Menino would have needed 287 to tie, and Menino, yeah, he's only going to be in the 250s max. Bodo Konieczny would be the other one that Menino could get around, and Bodo can strike out for 235. I think that Menino's max is 256. 258 would be the max, and in order for him to get ahead of Bodo Konieczny, Bodo would need to shoot about 190-ish. And Bodo is already there. He doesn't even need a mark to beat that. So I think unofficially your top 8 in some order, I don't know the order that they're going to be in, is going to be Sweden, Israel, Belgium, South Africa, USA, Russia, Germany, and Mexico. But we will stay on the air. We're going to wait and get the final official standings as we are wrapping things up here. I'll turn the camera here, give you a look at what's going on. You can see still a couple of bowlers finishing up here. That's Bodo Konieczny of Germany finishing up the 10th frame. But what a finish by Humberto Vasquez of Mexico with a 299 in the last game to what looks like move from 10th to 8th in the final game. Don't forget round robin starts tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Krasnoyarsk time, which is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States. Bodo with a double in the 10th, going to get to what looks like 235 here. This is our final shot right here. All right, we're going to leave the stream up here. I'll just kind of point it towards the crowd. And we will wait for the final official results to come in. So stand by, waiting for the final official results. Hopefully, they will come in pretty quick here. You can see a pretty full bowling center. There's not a lot of room on the concourse level here at this bowling center. It's a beautiful bowling center, but a little tight for a tournament. So let's wait and see what the official standings say. Looks like they are all updated. Bottom of your screen. Peter Hellstrom, Sweden, first place. Or Avram, Israel, is number 2. Mats Maggie of Belgium, 3rd place. Guy Kaminsky, South Africa, 4th place. 5th place belongs to John Serbinsky of Team USA. 6th place, Bodo Konieczny of Germany. 7th place, Humberto Vasquez of Mexico. And here comes the all-important 8th place. It's Alexei Parshukov of Russia. He does stay in the top 8. Manino Fernandez of the Dominican finishes 9th and misses by 37 pins. So there you go. Those are your final unofficial standings. Be sure to watch us tomorrow. We will be live with the round of 8, 9 a.m. Krasnoyarsk time tomorrow, and that is 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States. Until then, I am Lucas Wiseman. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow me on Twitter at Lucas_Wiseman. Tweet at me your thoughts on what transpired here and today. Always happy to read your tweets. And thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.